Okay, today I wanted to do a short video on a good lease purchase and a review of the well companies. Okay, all lease purchases, they're not created equal. A year ago, I started looking for a different company because the company we was with was steadily dying. It was just in bad shape. So I looked at a lot of different companies, and I looked at the well lease. I thought, well, it looks pretty good. So I started looking at other things besides just the lease. I wanted to look at their safety rating. That was very important. Is my pre-pass going to work when I go over here? Am I going to be sitting in the chicken coop or the scale house all the time? And their safety rating is at about 68%. So your pull-in ratings are real down. That's great. It used to be worse in the past. They did have to let go of some heavy-footed drivers. Let's call them that. That's something else. I also look at retention rates. Among their current drivers, the average driver has been here for at least 10 years. Now, they did let go of the heavy-footed drivers, and bless their hearts, I'm sorry for them, but that was driving the safety rating to a bad spot, and they had to make that decision. Safety rating equals better paying freight, better freight lanes. You don't want to go somewhere where there's not any freight. So with a good safety rating, you're gonna go to better states. Well has their own warehousing program, so it's even when I look at the freight index, and you should look at the freight index, it's not a 100% thing since they do have their own warehousing. Okay, any lease I was going to get into, I had to look at. It had to be a walk-away lease in case I got angry. Not that I'm a hothead, but I might still get angry and want to walk away. And they do have the walk-away lease. And there can't be a balloon payment at the end of the lease. If the company you're looking at has a balloon payment, you're looking at the wrong company, no matter what. It's just the wrong company. Because they know that you're not going to save that money, $50,000, $40,000, $50,000 up on the side. You should, but you probably won't. So here there was no balloon payment. Okay, do I get the maintenance money back? When you look at you're putting $60,000, $70,000 in a maintenance program, and if you're using company shops, they're not going to spend $5,000 a year on your truck. If you don't get that money back, you're just being robbed. Okay, I made sure this company will return your maintenance at the end, and you do not have to use their company shops. You can go to Peterbilt or any other reputable place to get your work done, and that's a great big thing. They do have their lease is 13 cents a mile for maintenance, and an additional 8 cents for everything over 2,200 miles. If you complete the lease, you will get that money back. So we're a team. So that's about $139,000 at the end of the lease, minus $5,000, $6,000 a year on tires and oil changes and overheads and clutches and things of this and that. These things. If I gotta drop a motor in though, that's not a problem either. The company has to be able to let me keep a special escrow, because the biggest issue with drivers and leasing is that you want to go home sometimes, right? You go home and the fixed cost of your truck are still going to be there. Your payment still has to be made, and your insurance has got to come out. So you're looking at roughly $900 to $1,000 a week, sorta, and so you want to keep a special escrow. This company allows you to do that. Some companies don't. Look at that in your lease search. Okay. You want to look at the kind of freight that your company's going to handle in a good economy and a bad economy. Right now we're going into a recession. The freight index has dropped 37% since the first of the year. It's in a direct correlation with 2009, 2008 year when we went into a recession. And it's going to be a hard one. This company actually knew that. I was very surprised. Most companies don't have a clue with that. Or, some girl over in this office over here, she may know that, but the guy upstairs, he don't know it. He's just like, buy more trucks, get more drivers. This company knows it, and they're actually slowed down their incoming drivers to match what they have. But they have their own warehousing program, and they're running reefers. As long as there's food stamps, they need us, don't they? Okay, I also wanted more of a mom and pop feel to a company. I didn't want to feel like the guy in the office, I can't go see him if I have a problem, because a lot of times as drivers, we see problems coming. You talk to your dispatcher or whoever, they don't understand. The guy in the office, he understands money. He'll happily talk to you here, and they don't have any kind of corporate mentality. They're very laid back, mom and pop types of people. Okay, like I said before, I looked at driver retention, and overall age of most drivers I've spoke to is 10 years, and that means a lot. And I talked about them letting the bad elements go. Let's see. Look at the way. Okay, now this is really important. I had to write this down because it's a little in depth for me. Okay, when you're hauling heavy freight, your fuel mileage is going to be bad. And when you're hauling light freight, it's good. See, that's real difficult. All right, I looked for a company that would have at least 50% light freight. And 50% or more of the freight that I'll haul here is under 20,000 pounds. So I average over 9 miles to the gallon. Now, I have a light foot. I'm not a go fast guy. People that are go fast people are not going to get the fuel mileage that I get. But even with light freight, it's like a bonus. If you're going to be going fast, you're still going to do pretty good. And 9.5 miles to the gallon, I think we're rocking it here. I can't go wrong with that. I do have some buddies here that they're doing 7 miles to the gallon, but they're being heavy on the foot. Okay, I also looked at the resale value of the equipment. I really didn't want to go into a Freightliner with a uni-built cab that I can't use for anything else 10 years down the road. Well, I can haul freight with it, but I might want to haul rock or timber or something, right? Or put a driver in it and do those things, and or I might want a tire, who knows? So I looked at the type of equipment. The Peterbilt gave me the options that I wanted. Another big thing is it gives me the resale value. It's going to hold its value. The Kenworth also holds its value. I won't say it doesn't, but the Pete holds it quite a bit better. You're not going to find any Freightliners here. Okay. Another thing I look at is the freight index. The freight index is a thing you can find online, and it will tell you how many trucks are going into a given state and how many loads there are to come out. I look real hard at that, because if somebody says you're going to New Mexico all the time, I know the freight coming out of there is nil. Same way with Florida and things like this. Well, this company, the states that they run into, they have warehousing programs. So they're an LTL carrier. So they have their own freight out of them states, and now I don't got to sit around watching the index all the time. This company does broker some of its freight, but that's just to keep you moving if they don't have anything in the warehouse. You're getting a percentage based on this company, so a brokerage, I've still averaged at least $1 on every broker load. I know, we hate brokers. What can I say? But 2 brokered loads in a month isn't going to break my back. I also look to see if the company will allow me to lease multiple trucks in case I come across a friend or a driver that would like to go in a truck but doesn't want to work for a company for one reason or another. And I've done that many times over the years. I can't say it always turns out good, but it's always an opportunity. golden or not, I don't know. But this company will allow you to lease multiple trucks if you want to get yourself in trouble. That's one way to go. Okay, another thing that I've seen with some friends at other companies is they have rental fees on their trailer, and they're paying rent on their trailer. I just can't see that. If I'm going to pay rent on a trailer or rent or insurance, I'm just going to go buy the trailer and make a higher percentage. If a company's going to make me pay rent on it, I'm not going to haul anything for that company. That's just a given. This company does not charge us back for the trailer. There are a few things that I don't necessarily like about this company, but they're not horrible at all. Okay, they don't give us the 100% of the fuel surcharge. I don't understand that. I don't like it. I get 86% of the fuel surcharge, but actually the 86% of the fuel surcharge is actually, the last company I was with, I was getting 18 cents when we left. I'm averaging 26 cents here. So even at 86%, I'm doing way better on the fuel surcharge than I was at the last company. All right, this company has the mobile eye and the drive cam. At first, I almost didn't look at the company because of those issues. But after thinking about it, because I run my own cameras anyway, I thought, I'm not going to do anything wrong. And if someone hits me, I've got proof that, they did it. They will lie on you. So I'm not too upset about it anymore. I kind of like it. I know that's strange to say. The mobile eye, it lets you know if you're deviating from your lane. Nobody knows but me. It's not a big deal. It can be turned off, but I'm not going to turn it off. But, just saying, it's not a bad thing. So, in total, I'm actually about 100% pleased with the Well companies and the way they do business. And I would recommend them to anyone that's going to run hard, run legal, and not be a hothead, because you can make money here. Even driving solo, I've averaged out the money for solo drivers, and they can do good. You just got to be smart about it. Okay, I want to thank you for listening, and have a good day.